All right, Lost in the Holler is the new novel by Bristol, Tennessee author Michael West. This book is rooted in Appalachian life, and Michael West is here to tell us more about Lost in the Holler. Hey, good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Jeremy. How are you?
What inspired you to write this book?
You know, I'm from East Tennessee, and I just love the stories and the history and sort of the unique way that people live their lives. It's a fiction, but there's a lot of truth in the words that come out of there, and so I don't know, I just sat down one day and felt compelled to take this on.
You know, before I moved here 13 years ago, holler was not really
Right.
my vocabulary.
Right, exactly.
And, you know, it's one of those words, but no, it is truly unique to Appalachian life, the holler.
It is. Well, if you think about a holler, there's only one way in and only one way out. It's the same way, right? So
That's
it's
right.
not like a valley that you can pass through. So
That's
it
right.
has its own uniqueness. You go in one way, you come out the same way, or you don't come out.
Well, so your book is coming out. Tell us a little bit about the book and, you know, what you've traveled around the country.
I have.
And you've written other books. But tell us a little bit more about your experience with writing this book and what, you know, more about that.
Well, so it's a fictional place called Gizzard's Holler, set outside of Mountain City. I spent some time up in Mountain City just looking around, but mostly it's about a guy who grows up there, goes off to New York to find himself and find his big career, and then ends up coming back home, and the family and the history he thought he knew is all untrue. Everything that he thought was part of his life turns out to be a mystery that was kept from him. So it sort of reminds me of the old expression, we're all born into someone else's life, and the question is, can you go back to that? And in this case, R.J. Burnett has a hard time going back because what he goes back to is something foreign to him, and he finds out all these mysteries. There's a murder, there's all these sort of things that happen in this sort of slow reveal that takes place over his return to Gizzard's Holler.
Sounds fascinating. You know, I will say Mountain City is this is such a beautiful region that we live in, right?
It is,
So,
absolutely.
You know, I guess as somebody from a big city like New York would, you know, coming here, I mean, there's a lot of sights and sounds and smells they've never probably seen before.
Well, and there's the subtleties, right? There's the casserole that seems to show up even when you don't ask for it. You know, there's sitting on the front porch and the bluegrass jam sessions, all the little things that make life here special and make it unique, and also sort of the unwritten code about how we take care of ourselves, right? And so that's part of the holler secrets. Or what happened in that holler stays in that holler, and it doesn't really feel like it needs anyone else to help it get through that. So it's part of the subtlety of it.
You know, for people that are not originally from here, this is kind of gives you a little history of a taste of what Appalachia really is.
It is, and you know, Jeremy, I didn't want to write the book that is consistent with the paradigms and the way people sort of, you know, they get their stereotypes and they sort of make fun of things. I'm from here. That's not how it is. Mm-hmm. So I didn't follow that line of thinking. I wanted to show the special uniqueness that is this part of the country, and also the culture that exists and can hide a secret for decades.
Well, you have a book signing coming up, don't you?
I do. June 13th, Saturday, 2 to 4 at the Dragonfly Book Bar in Bristol, on Bristol, Virginia, on State Street, so just across the border. It's going to be a fun event. It's the beginning of my book tour, so I'm traveling all over the place, and I wanted to kind of do this at the beginning here in an area.
Start from home, right?
Start from home. It's a lot easier to get to.
What if people want to follow you on social media? Do you have, you know, Facebook and other social platforms?
I do have a Facebook
Okay.
account. I must admit, I'm not huge into social media.
Yeah.
I let other people have enjoyment in that. But the book can be found online anywhere, and any bookstore can order it if they don't have any inventory.
Well, Michael, thanks for coming in, and look forward to reading some of the, you know, content in this book.
Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate
you visiting us. Again, there is an event. He's got an event coming up next month. There's information, and it is available on Amazon.com. His book signing June 13th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Dragonfly Book Bar in Bristol, Virginia. So if you're interested, head on out June 13th from 2 to 4.